Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Alex. I'm going to do my Power Rangers Turbo review. Now, let's get started. Power Rangers Turbo is basically, if you guys don't know, that it originally started from a movie and then it went into its series. Now, a lot of people immediate thoughts on Turbo, not my immediate thoughts were that the movie was stupid, but the series was tolerable for my weakness, my strengths. Like, I could stomach watching that season. A lot of people say they have their personal problems against it, that it's changing too much, and some stuff based off the Sentai. Yeah, I know that's one of the few things that a lot of fans bring up. That is Car Ranger, that the Sentai that was based off of the season was based onto the season was a comedic season in Super Sentai, and then adapting a goofy season from Super Sentai and putting it into a Power Ranger season, and giving it a serious tone and shifting, stuff like that. A lot of people think it's one of the worst things that Power Rangers ever done. There are other seasons I feel that are not that really good myself, but I'll get onto those later on when I do my more reviews. My initial thoughts on the seasons. So keep in mind there are seasons that I haven't reviewed yet, but that's not the thing in this video. I'm talking about Turbo. Turbo again was another season that just came out right after the success of Zeo. It was Power Rangers in the early 90s was starting to have a slight of turn of like its fan base. The earlier ones that people are 30 years old probably, remember or a hardcore fan from Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin to Zeo, that was theirs. Then, for me, I have Zeo to my generation from 1993. Probably had remember everything from Zeo, probably SPD. But that was me. Again, that was that generation. I grew on to Power Rangers fandom. But my initial thoughts were Turbo. When I first rewatched it on Netflix, so I saw some of the episodes actually had some serious tones and some conflict between some of the characters, and having a series that based around teenagers. A lot of people complain that it should be the next evolution of the characters from Zeo, the shift in tone to more range of powers, and again. I never really got into it when I never really got into understanding the reasons why a lot of people think the season sucked. So that's just my initial thoughts. Like, I remember a lot of people are probably gonna remember the first half, and then I remember right as the new characters came in. But after watching some of the reruns on ABC Family, I started to have my feelings for the season gel a little bit more. I saw these characters that they switched out for. I thought it was a stupid idea at first when I first saw them, but rewatching it, I can see why you want to have the teens. They're trying to have teenagers become superheroes because a lot of people in that dynamic group who are writing teens to be heroes, have much more of a structured, you know, identity crisis when you're making a series like that, and that's why I think a lot of people underappreciate Turbo doing that. It's trying to be relatable, then they thought it was being too much relatable when they had the kid in there, which I think was completely stupid and out of left field. Just having a kid on the team. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Justin as a character. He's a cool Ranger. Blue Ranger, in fact, he's not a bad Ranger. Just the thought of a kid being a Power Ranger just kind of downgraded that season just a little bit. There were some goofy elements in it. I have to say there were some decent episodes. Again, I seen when rewatching it. One of my few decent seasons I really enjoyed, and that has to be Turbo. Again, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about that. This season in particular. Again, another solid Power Ranger season. I enjoyed. I enjoyed when I was a kid, and I can still enjoy it now. Like, I guess it's that kind of season that if you're trying to get new fans towards, this is the first approach season. You want to build them up to it. Maybe skip it, go into in space. Then once you're done watching the other seasons, you can rewatch it and see, oh, it's not that bad. That's what I did sometimes it's one of those seasons that I think it's safe for kids. It's safe for kids and not made for like the fans. But Power Rangers Turbo, very decent season, not really, but mediocre season at best. Because I have to admit, some of the acting was pretty flat in the early episodes from the main cast members that we have. Like, you really could see their dialogue was too choppy when it was coming into the story points too, and also with when they shifted into the new characters, it got that tone of what I'm saying got more serious, and I guess a lot of people don't like that. But I don't like to compare and contrast the characters, but the characters that we get in this season are the original characters from Zeo turning to get new powers, basically the similar colors, switching out green. Yeah, green still stays green. Pretty much that, and we got the new characters that was introduced in the movie. Justin, and we got TJ, Carlos, and Cassie who come in to play the new Rangers, who are named the New Rangers in this season to come and now shift into in space. But again, the villain on Divatox, I had to admit, I kind of had a crush on her. Not as a kid. I guess you could say I was in my earlier adolescent years for fandom of somewhat when the series was pretty decent when I first remembered it. But Power Rangers Turbo, in my book, if I'm rating it from a 1 to a 10, I have to give it a 4. Not a well done series, but again, if you like Power Rangers, this is probably this is what you're gonna get, and that's what you're gonna get with this season. So yeah, see you for my next review of Power Rangers in Space.